All right, we are here on Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas. I'm going to give you a full ship tour. I've been on this ship dozens and dozens of times. Sometimes I feel like it's my home ship. All the crew know me here, but I'm going to give you a full ship tour and just show you on these wayfinders here. This is the old school wayfinders. Now they have them up on the digital pads where you can find things, but this is the old way. So these are cool. These just shows you the ship orientation. So, and it shows you are here, but you can find just about anything on the ship just from one of these, and also which is front, which is back. So we are in the back of the ship, and you can also see the little deck floor plan. So these are the old school way, but we're going to give you a full ship tour, and this time I'm going to start at the bottom and go to the top. I'm not going to cover decks 1, 2, and 3 because 1 is crew area, and that's where the medical facility is. So if you are ill, go to medical, deck 1, aft. Decks 2 and 3 are cabins. 3 is Studio B. We will do Studio B. Deck 3, there's the photo area by Studio B as well. And then we're going to work our way up to the top. So that's what we got. So stay tuned for the full tour. All right, we're starting our full ship tour on deck 3, and we are at the aft, and there are staterooms along the sides, but along the center is the photo gallery and Studio B. Notice that each of the areas by the elevators has a wayfinder, and it's digital touch screen. You can touch and find things, so you can use that. Also, this is where the dining room is on the first level. The dining room has 3 decks, decks 3, 4, and 5. And they have breakfast in the dining room each morning. So this is also where, I think it's where my time dining is, deck 3 typically. Yes, deck 3 typically my time dining, but it's the grand dining room, and it's 5:30 in the morning, so you know. Anyway, just to give you a quick look at that. This is the classic cruise ship dining room. So my time dining here is on deck 3. And of course, you have hand sanitizers. They have restrooms on either side here, so you can actually wash your hands. And as you go into the center here, and they always have artwork on display for sale, of course. The little art gallery guys over here. Here's your photo focus gallery. And above is a mirror. All right, so as I said, Studio B is here. It is closed right now, but there is an ice skating rink in there, and they have open skate. They have shows. Here is Studio B on deck 3. They actually use it for a couple of things. Ice skating is number 1. Number 2, they set it up for laser tag. So let's just do a quick little tour. It's closed right now. I'm not showing any shows. They have a bar up here, and here's the ice skating rink. First ice skating rink at sea. Supposedly the Icon and the Utopia, the skating rinks are even bigger, but they have shows in here. Best shows at sea. And there's our crew drill continuing. This is just a drill. So there is Studio B. And then they put the boards on the top. They make a dance club out of it, the Club Red. They will also do the Quest, the Crazy Quest adult scavenger hunt here. So that is your Studio B. And you can see how the ship is open above. You can see deck 4, and then deck 5, and then you see some of the promenade rooms, and then up there. So they have stairs back here. They can go right down from deck 4 into Studio B. So we will show you more of Studio B and the ice skating rink later on, maybe for one of the shows. All right, so on to deck 4. But we'll be back later to show you some of the ice skating show. Okay, we made it to deck 4, and this is the middle deck of the dining room. As you can see, dining rooms, decks 3, 4, and 5. So over here in the center, there's a little center section that kind of goes in 2 different directions. You can either go to the left, and there is your little Boleros bar. This ship was the first ship under the Royal Caribbean amplification program. So this was the amplified ship, and this was one of the amplifications. This used to be like a champagne bar, and they have it on Boleros. They have live music, and they redecorated it, and this was the first amplification. They put a Starbucks in over here. This is actually a real Starbucks. Drink packages don't work here. So that is your rear Starbucks. And check it out, there's a secret area. Check this out. You can't get to it from this side, but the other side. Look at that. There's a secret area over there to sit. So what you have to do is, when you order your expensive coffee, and these snacks are also for a fee. They look pretty cool though. But you go to the right and look at this is the secret seating area. How quaint. Big windows, fake grass, little tables. Anyway, there's your little Starbucks area. We're gonna take a very quick walk through the casino. Very quick walk. Anyway, there's the Boleros. We enter the casino, and we're gonna go through here on the other side. All right, we made it through the casino and deck 4. Then you enter the signature schooner bar. They have them on every Royal Caribbean ship. The biggest schooner bar in the fleet used to be on Empress of the Seas, which was the smallest ship. That ship's gone. So here is the schooner bar. They have a piano player. They have trivia in here. They have all kinds of stuff going on. But we're gonna do a little detour. The Royal Theater at the front of the ship. It is on deck 4, but the main portion is on deck 3. So we did our deck 3 tour. We couldn't cut through the ice skating rink to get here, but the Royal Theater is on deck 3 and 4. So if you want to take a look at the Royal Theater, the doors are closed. It doesn't mean I can't go in there and show you. You've seen my other tours on Jewel of the Seas, Brilliance of the Seas, and let's see. Will they? All right. Okay. Just a real quick look here. I mean, it's like early in the morning, but I'll show you what the theater is. Much bigger than the Jewel of the Seas. This is the lower section, deck 3. And you do have a bar up here. And there's a bar over there. But you see the Royal Theater. Let's get out of here before the music plays too long and they tell me I have copyright. So la 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 la, we're gonna keep going, Don't hear that music. And these are restrooms and then exit. There's an exit over here, I think. Yes, a little side exit. So that was the Royal Theater. And again, staterooms on either side on deck 3. And as you exit the theater and the shows, everyone just piles up this way. And all the crowds walk this way. And they direct you through the bar and the casino. which a lot of people avoid because it's smoky at night. So if you're wearing nice clothes, you don't want to walk through the casino. And lastly, on deck 4, how could I be remiss? We have the one and only Izumi. Hibachi and sushi. So, this has a hibachi and a sushi. And it was amazing. Had it. Hibachi's really good. There's your schooner bar. So there you go. There's completed deck 3 and 4. And we are continuing the tour. Deck 5. We're deck 5 forward, as you can see here. And so forward on deck 5 is the Star Lounge. And they have karaoke in here. This is the Star Lounge. It's a multi-purpose. They have live music in here. They'll have bingo. So check this out. This is the library, but oftentimes the ship is so crowded, they don't allow Pinnacles in the Suites Lounge. And it must be crowded enough for them to make a permanent sign. Because before I've seen them have like a temporary sign up here, says Pinnacle Lounge or something private event. Now they have a Pinnacle Club Lounge. And all that means is at night, they have the nightly happy hour. During the day, it's still just the library and some complimentary computers that you can use. You can log in or use the Royal Caribbean website. But this is it's open to anyone all day. At night from 4:30 to 8, they have the nightly happy hour in here for Pinnacle members. If it's more than about 50 people on board, they'll have little hors d'oeuvres over here and someone in here serving drinks. The Crown and Anchor host will be over here as well. So that's your library. Here is the Star Lounge. This is where you go if you have a consecutive cruise and you meet here at 9 o'clock. There's the bar. So during the day, you can hang out in there. They have different events. And then the heart of the ship. Look at this. It's now 6 in the morning, so it's not all lit up and colorful and crowded, but it is the Royal Promenade nonetheless. So this is on deck 5, and you can see these are the promenade staterooms. You have deck 6, 7, and 8. And at night, they have parties down here. They have the 70s party. They may have the 80s party. And don't usually have parades on this ship. During the day, these are all colorful. It's a little darker at night, more pretty. But right now it's like 6 in the morning. They have it all bright, probably so the workers can see what they're doing cleaning. So here on the left is the Cafe Promenade, and it features the pizza. It's not called Sorrento's Pizza, but it is Sorrento's Pizza. And they have snacks and coffee, and it's pretty much 24 hours a day. They will have some breakfast items out here, probably starting at 6:30 or so. They have ham and cheese breakfast sandwiches, or just ham and cheese little sandwiches. They have like a smoked salmon on a croissant. They have fruit. They have the muesli. I see someone already getting. They have pastries, danishes, and things like that. Just your typical. And free coffee. And the coffee is made by Starbucks, believe it or not. It's branded under Seattle's Best Coffee. And it's basically Starbucks, but it's free. So you can go pay for it a couple hundred feet down the ship, or you can get it for free over here in the free coffee station. As you can see, people are filling up their travel cups, but this is free coffee over here. Seattle's Best. It's good coffee. And so these are all complimentary options, and they have the muesli and the pastries, and looks like they don't have any more of the ham and cheese sandwiches. No more ham and cheese sandwiches? Okay. Any egg yet? No egg?
Eggs,
No.
we don't use eggs.
Oh.
Only windjammer and dining room.
All right.
Okay?
We're bringing everyone updated.
Alright. Make sure.
It's still just ham and cheese. They call it a breakfast sandwich, but it's really not a breakfast sandwich. It's just ham and cheese sandwich. They got a vegetarian wrap and your smoked salmon things. And so that's your cafe promenade. But look at this over here. Playmaker Sports Bar and Arcade. Oh my gosh. Amazing burgers, amazing fries, amazing food. And lots of TVs to watch sports. You can play pool. So you have, and your coffee. This is your specialty coffee. This is part of the Cafe Promenade. And here you can get espresso, cappuccinos, lattes. You can even get your coffee with some other stuff in it. Kahlua, Bailey's, Jameson, Grand Marnier. It's also a bar that's open. I think they will allow you to even get this, but you can get your Red Bull over here. That's the Cafe Promenade. Lattes and all that other good stuff. And then you have a little Ben & Jerry's section with some ice creams. And those cost money. Here's your Freestyle Cokes. And you even have Dr. Pepper, Barks, Fanta. So, got a lot of things here. And over here on the right is the Barnacle and Barrel. This is the pub, another signature establishment on Royal Caribbean ships. They have these pubs and they always have these names like Crown and Castle or Bull and Bear and, you know, different things like that. So this is the pub. And you can get some different beers in here that you can't get anywhere else. Some different beers. They have a list of beers in there and they have a live pub player in there. This is an entrance to casino, and then there's the shops. There's beauty. Here's your logo shops. This has all your general stuff. This is your little general store here. Just a general store. Over here you have the Bamboo Room. This is a Polynesian style bar. It's got small bites in here for a fee. Pulled pork sliders, poke bowls, amazing drinks. My favorite is the old-fashioned, but it's the island old-fashioned. I couldn't think of it for a minute there. So the island old-fashioned, my favorite drink in this place. So that's pretty cool. And there's some of the rooms, and it does get noisy at night for when there's a party. More shops. Here's your jewelry. Here's your liquors and smokes. And the ships that are in the next class up, Oasis, much bigger promenade. But this is still nice. Over here to the right, you can book your next cruise at Next Cruise. Over to the left is Guest Services. Morning. And then you have your shore excursion desk over here. And it's all self-serve. They have someone hanging around here. As you can see, they do have hours of operations posted. Today we're at Coco Cay, but you can do this on the app, but you can do it over here too. So you can book all these on your app. And then lastly, you have the top deck of the dining room, deck 5, which is over there. So there you go. There is a complete tour of deck 5. We are continuing our tour on Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas, and we are on deck 11 now. So let's show you, starting from what better place than all the places to eat. On deck 11, you have the Windjammer Marketplace formerly known as Windjammer Cafe. There's Precious. She's being the washy-washy lady this time. They rotate people around, so you know. We're just doing our full ship tour of Mariner of the Seas, Precious, from right South Africa.
Of course, Johannesburg. I can
There you go.
Right, breakfast is too right, Nate. Thank you.
We're just filming right now, but here on the right we have Chops Grill. On the left we have Jamie's Italian. And at the center is the Plaza Bar. And the Chops Grill is available for breakfast for Suite and Pinnacle guests. Otherwise, it is open for lunch and dinner on port days and sea days. Some port days it's not open for lunch, but on embarkation day it is. Jamie's is not open for embarkation day lunch, but is open for dinner every day. And this is a pretty nice sized Windjammer, ample seating. We'll take a quick tour. This doesn't have the seating in the aft of the ship like some in the Radiance class and also the Quantum class. And so right now it is 8:22 ship time, but we just moved the clocks forward last night for Atlantic time. So actually it's not as crowded as it would normally be at 8:22, but it is also a sea day, so a lot of people are not getting up early. So here's some of your desserts, your avocado toast, your biscuits and toasts, and some nice well-done toasts. And I'll also be sharing this video on my Facebook page called Royal Caribbean Food Chronicles. Over 15,000 members. I'm just so impressed. There's the crispy hash browns. Those are always good. Here's your pre-made fried eggs and little omelets. There is an omelet station here. And normally this stuff is in the sort of in the front, back where we just saw the avocado toast, but it's back here now. And they have the same basically duplicate stations on both sides. On this side here is your smoked salmon stuff. You have your cereals, your Fruit Loops, the back of the ship. And as you can see, it's not as crowded as it normally would be at ship time of 8:23 a.m. And there's your, I think I see Eggs Benedict. It's actually, good morning, morning. Actually, this side is a little different. There is a couple of different things. So there is your Eggs Benedict. And of course your juices and waters. And then we make a complete circle. And we're back here to toast. Now, actually on this side, I didn't see it on the other side. This has the Belgian waffles and the regular waffles with your toppings. And of course, all of your pastries that look so good. And of course, the raisin bread is actually called streusel bread. Here's a pro tip. You can actually ask them to toast it for you. They will toast it for you and you put butter on it and it is so good. So they have both sides open because, you know, it's a sea day, so they're expecting a lot of people. And here, both sides have oatmeal and grits. And your muesli station, flax seeds, good stuff, good stuff. And then the same stuff, this side actually, I don't remember seeing the rice on the other side. Vegetable fried rice, all your fruits, Cadota figs, cut in half. Used to be whole, now they're cut in half. There's a pro tip. Good morning, how are you? All right, pro tip, pineapple is good for you. It helps aid in digestion. That's right. So how's your pineapple? Helps aid digestion. And here's your fruits. And we end the Windjammer portion of the tour. Jamie's Italian. And it is August 21st. And then they just revised the menu a few weeks ago. So, and that ends the tour of the Windjammer, Deck 11, Mariner of the Seas. All right, continuing on Deck 11, you just exit the Windjammer and move a little forward as you're on pool deck, the main pool deck, and here's your Arctic Zone soft serve frozen yogurt. It's a little windy out, but anyway, it's 8:27 in the morning ship time, and of course the pools are open, the hot tubs are open. It is windy, so I'm gonna stay on the interior portions. And you have your pool bar and your sky lounge, and you have the amphitheater type seating for suite and pinnacle guests right up there. So there you go. Moving on forward, you have the solarium. Oh, on the starboard side is where you have your child vests, your lifeguard station, your towel station. Don't forget, return those towels or get charged $25. And here is the solarium. Oops. Sorry for the wind. All right. Here is the solarium. They have two big hot tubs like that on this side. They have little showers no one ever uses. And of course your chairs, your towel hogs. They have these day beds. It's first come, first serve. Lots of chair hogs. So this first come, first serve. You know, I just don't get this, you know, laying on one of these outside. I don't know. I don't get it. Sleep all day. Maybe you're in an interior cabin and you want to use it. I guess that's so, but I don't know. I just don't see laying around all day doing nothing. I have to keep moving. But there's a bar right over there. It's closed right now, the solarium bar. Here's the pool. It's a small pool. Not quite as elegant as the solarium and the Radiance class, and of course it is open, so it is definitely subject to weather. Moving forward on deck 11, guess what else we have? We have the fitness center.
And we feel like proud parents.
Yes, so there is the view of the solarium, and we will go to the fitness center. They just added these doors that slide open and closed. Upstairs is the spa, the Vitality Spa. This is one of the few ships, or few class of ships, that still has, and let me show you, we'll show that in a second. You go in the men's change, sauna, and steam. Ooh, watch this. So here is the locker room, and they don't usually turn these things on till later, but it is after 8 ship time, so let's see if they've turned it on. It is on, nice and hot in here, very good. Sort of hot. And the steam bath, I see someone coming in, thank you. There's the steam bath, and it's on. Oh my goodness. Let me wipe off the lens. So, you have a steam room. It's on, I hear it. You have a dry sauna. But look at these nice showers. So here's a pro tip. If you're staying in a cabin with 3 or 4 people, or you don't like those very small showers, you can go to the gym. While someone else is showering in your room, you can come to the gym and shower in a very nice shower. So what I would do. I've done that before. And they have other showers over here, regular showers. So that is the men's, and the women's have the same thing, and they have towels. So same thing for the women's. The gym is pretty good. Way back in the day, there used to be a hot tub, a big, gigantic hot tub right here. Of course, they took it out. Now they have for cycle classes and yoga. Here is the gym. It's got plenty of stuff. One thing I noticed, it does not have a shoulder press machine. It's got dumbbells. I usually try to come in here most of the time. It does not have any shoulder machines here at all. So you'll have to do dumbbells. They have one stair climber, and here's all your cardio equipment on this side. You have your little multi-station here, but I mean a small amount of machines, but no shoulder machines. But you'll have to use dumbbells. So there is the rest of 11. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you is the Peekaboo Lounge. Let me show it to you from up here. Sometimes you can't get up there, only certain times. Let's go over here and see if we can even get out there. Maybe when they're coming into port, they have it closed. But anyway, the Voyager class ships, I'm not sure if the Voyager of the Seas has this. Maybe it was added. Definitely Mariner has it. Peekaboo Lounge. It is deck 11 forward. Let's see if we can try to make our way there. So that is your tour of the gym. All right, so when you exit the gym on deck 11, you take a right. And since we're at sea, I guess they have this open. You can head out to, oh, here we go. Whoa. All right, we made it to the Peekaboo Bridge. That was the strongest wind I think I've ever encountered. Our headwind with the speed of the ship, that had to be 40, 50 miles an hour. I literally had to walk at a 45-degree angle. So the Peekaboo Bridge is open at sea days, and you can see, you can walk down here. I'm not going to show you right now, but anyway, you can see all the way through and see the controls. Okay, I will show you. Hang on. All right. And it gives you a little infographic on the bridge. It even shows you where we are. So we were down here, and now we're up and heading this way, heading to Bermuda. And you can see everything here. So that's your bridge, deck 11, Mariner of the Seas. All right, so continuing our tour on Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas, deck 11. One thing I left out, and it is on deck 11 on the port side. It is your smoking area. So we want to avoid the smoke, go on the starboard side, but the doghouse is here on deck 11 port side, just outside the door going into the windjammer. So I don't particularly care for the buns on the doghouse, but during lunch, go in the windjammer, get yourself the soft regular buns, come out, and then have them put the hot dogs on your bun. It's closed right now since it's in the morning, but that is definitely not the same hot dogs in the windjammer as they are here. These do have classic hot dogs, but they're longer. But it has chicken and apple sausage, big. Smoked Bavarian bratwurst, big. Sicilian pork sausage, also thick, not really long, but anyway, lots of toppings, sauerkraut, onions, and some sides. But that's it, and then they do sell beers. So you can get yourself a hot dog and beer at the Boardwalk Doghouse. Right, so we're up here on deck 14, and the Suites Lounge would normally be open to suite guests and pinnacle guests, but if there's too many pinnacles, there's only suite guests. But we'll take you a quick little tour. And there is our beautiful diamond and suite concierges. Thank you. Kumar, I always joke with him, where's Harold? And it's the same offerings as they have in the Diamond Lounge. And they have an outdoor area and seating. It's a little bit different decor, but you know what? It's still a Suites Lounge, and it's nice to go to, and the Diamond Lounge offers the same thing. So that is the Suites Lounge on deck 14. Now we'll show you the rest of deck 14 inside. All right, we are in the middle of deck 14 in the aft, and this is the Ellington's, also known as the Viking Crown Lounge, the signature lounge on Royal Caribbean ships. The original ones were on Sovereign Majesty and Monarch, and they were designed for 360 degree views all the way around, designed after the Seattle Space Needle. And since then they've evolved and no longer 360 degree view. But this is the Viking Crown Lounge, and different ships call it different things, aka Ellington's. This time, here is your little dance floor, your stage. They have a nightclub up here, and there are restrooms here. And then over to the starboard side is the Diamond Lounge. So this cruise, there's 50 pinnacles, so the pinnacles are not allowed in the Suites Lounge this cruise, but that's okay. And then your Diamond Lounge, as you can see, it's very nice views, just like the other place. As an outdoor area, there's some friends of mine that I met, and they got the same offerings here. So we have John and Edna, and they know how I remember them. He says, my name is John, there's one in every house. And I'm like, I'll never forget them. But they're very nice people. But you have your typical, same thing as the Suites Lounge. Morning. And then the outside area. A small area to sit. But this is where the rock climbing wall is. And so we are on deck 14, and later we'll show you down at deck 13 in the back of the ship. The sky pad is no longer functioning as a bungee trampoline. It's just a multi-use space. There's a little climbing area for kids, and of course the flow rider in the back. And then just before the sky pad is the sport court. It's full-size basketball court. They multi-purpose that out for pickleball, soccer, you name it. And there is the Diamond Lounge on deck 14. All right, so we already showed you the other decks. Deck 13 is flow rider. Just going to show you that real quick. There's a crew drill going on, so you have to excuse that. But here's deck 13 in the back. There's your water slides. That's where you get up on the water slides. They are open. Okay, and here's your flow rider and your little climbing area over there. So now deck 12, going down here. Deck 12 really isn't much except for
staging area.
Second
Deck
level
1,
of
Zone 7, provision area.
pool seating.
Deck 1, Zone 7,
There's a crew drill going on.
Deck 1, Zone 7, provision area.
So you also have your Adventure Ocean here on deck 12. And they're all separated by the ages. 6 to 8 is the Explorers. All right, we'll keep on moving from back to front. You have your jogging track here on deck 12. And we're docked in Nassau right now, so it's not too crowded up here. The Aquanauts, ages 3 to 5. In the kids area, Adventure Ocean. And here is the jogging track. The Sky Lounge is not open because we're in port. There's quite a few people by the pool. They recently replaced the surface here on deck 12, including the jogging track. And only one of the pools open, I guess because it's in port staffing. Now, if you go to the front of the ship, you go up one little level, and there is some additional sun deck and a golf course. So here's, as you can see, lots of seating for people who want to get in the sun. You can access the front of the ship right over there, where the spa is on deck 12. So that's deck 12, and then you saw part of deck 13 already. This is the front. This golf course was added here after the amplification, the original amplification. And that was about 2018. There's a look at the solarium. That's on deck 11. Adults area. Lots more lounge chairs if you just want to bake in the sun. This is a shower right there. If you go under there, the shower activates. Here's the golf course. Mariner Dunes, a shaded area here, some half clamshells. But there you go, there is Mariner Dunes. So what do you all think of Mariner of the Seas? It is in the Voyager class family. You have the Voyager of the Seas. You have Explorer of the Seas, Adventure of the Seas, and Mariner of the Seas. Mariner of the Seas being the newest and more modernized of the four. They all feature the ice skating rinks, the Royal Promenade. It was the first ship with the Royal Promenade and ice skating rink. So it's a good sized ship, not too big, not too little. And I'll show you here in the front. This is just an area to get to the front side on deck 12, and the door is open, and we're here in the AC. And there's even a little bridge here to walk to the other side. So hope you like this video. Got lots of other full ship tours on my channel, so check those out as well, and don't forget, hit that thumbs up button for me and subscribe for more coming from another Royal Caribbean cruise ship near you.